Let the children come forward for children's time. Wow, what a journey we've had having to meet together like this, right? Well, I know that there's some adults that watch us too, and so I'm glad that we're doing it. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be this next Sunday that we're going to shoot off the rockets. Um, I look forward to spending that time with your families. We had a good time this past Sunday looking at building those rockets, getting started. But so come out. All are invited to come with boys and girls that we can go out. We'll meet here at the church at 7 coming up. But I want to talk to you today about going out on a trail. Have you ever gone out on a hike before and you've walked the trail? Or have you seen where there's a bunch of cows? Have you been in a field where cows are? And have you seen their trails? Really narrow trails. It's almost like, how in the world can they make trails so narrow that they constantly go down the same path over and over and over again? Well, when I was a kid and we went hiking on a trail, I didn't want to stay on the trail. I wanted to get off and see other sights. I wanted to go and explore, not just walk the same path that everyone else had walked, but get off on the trail. Now, my dad tried his best, and he won out. It's important to stay on the trail. When I went through Boy Scouts, I learned that that is important too. That when you go out on these trails, it's important to do less damage than if you were to make your own trail. But I know in life sometimes things gets boring. Have you ever been bored at home, or maybe bored with what's going on? It's kind of like you've gone down that path, you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and you're just bored. I remember saying I'm bored a lot. You know what my parents would say? They'd say, go out and play. Well, it might have been hot or whatever, but what they tried to get me to do was to go out and to experience life differently. Go out and watch. And so I want to invite you to be able to go out and see things differently. In other words, act like you don't know what anything well, what is that? Well, it's a tree. Well, what kind of tree? Well, what kind of leaves are those? And then to look in the ground and you see maybe bugs crawling. You know, life is all around us, and the gifts of God are right there. And so I want you to use your curiosity, your creativity. I want you to use your God-given gifts to go out and explore what God has made, and to consider how wonderful all that is. Why do we have bugs? We don't like them in our house, but they're really needed outside. Well, maybe you can ask mom or dad, or maybe ask a teacher, why do we have bugs? Why are they so important? God gives us many things for us to be able to explore and discover. And we don't have to just be bored. Those cows walk the same path every single day. They sit down in the same spots every single day. Well, my friends, you and I can do that too sometimes, and it's no wonder we get bored. But we have a creative God. We have a loving God, that there's so much to discover. And so I hope that you'll use each day to discover the goodness of God. The Psalms talk, and the Scriptures talk a lot about, just look around. Isn't it amazing? The sun and the moon and the stars, the trees and the plants and the rocks. Why, just last night I went down into the streams and I thought I found gold. Melanie laughed at me, but I think it looks like gold to me, and I want someone to check it out. Maybe we can go on a hike together. Yeah, it may be just mica, which is a kind of shiny rock, but maybe it's gold. We'll never know, but we'll enjoy the discovery, and we'll enjoy the gifts that God gives us to discover and find out with others. Boys and girls, I look forward to spending time with you outside where it's safe. We'll wear masks if as we need to. but we'll discover the goodness of God with one another. God bless you. See you soon.